Hello and welcome. Nice to have you join us on Newsroom series live from Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Dominic Iwiwa, and today our focus will be on the southern region. But before we get into that, let's have a look at our top stories making rounds at the moment. The former Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, has defected to the African Democratic Congress. According to Mr. Obi, the defection demonstrates his commitment to a unified Nigeria and quality leadership. Mr. Obi, who was speaking in a political press conference organized to announce his defection in Enugu State, is optimistic that the ADC government will address insecurity, corruption, overtaxation, poverty, and create wealth amongst the teeming Nigerian population. The ADC event brought together the leaders of the party across the nation, including former Senate President David Mark, Naya Baribe, Aminu Tambawal, former governors from Southeast, amongst other dignitaries. The Kebbi State Police Command has confirmed the death of 2 staff members of a private rice mill as rescue efforts continue following an industrial accident at a private rice mill in the state. The Commissioner of Police, Bello Sani, visited the rice production facility in Birnin Kebbi to assess ongoing rescue and security operations after the partial collapse of the rice parboiling section of the mill. During the visit, the Commissioner was briefed by police officers and emergency responders. He commended the joint efforts of the police, the state and federal fire services, and other relevant agencies who have remained on site since the incident to secure the area and support rescue operations. We start off in Rivers State, where the state government has clarified that its annual 100,000 Naira Christmas bonus is paid to all civil and public office holders in the state without discrimination. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information and Communications, Mr. Ono Sirawo, said the bonus is disbursed across the board to all workers, including pensioners, captured on the Rivers State government's payroll system. He made the clarification in a statement issued in response to the commendation by the Nigerian Labour Congress over the recent payment of the Christmas bonus. While he did not comment on the reported rejection of the bonus by members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, he said the payment has become an annual practice for civil and public servants on the state payroll and is intended as a token of appreciation for their dedication and service throughout the year. Staying in Rivers State, the state's governor, Oshimili Fubara, has received the endorsement of the Eneka clan in Obiakpo local government area of the state for a second term in office. The endorsement was announced on Tuesday at the 2025 Eneka Day celebration with the theme, Unity, Our Strength for Progress. In his remarks, the political leader of Eneka clan and President General of Ohaneze Ndibo Worldwide, Senator John Azuta Mbata, declared that the people of Eneka recognize Oshimili Fubara as the only governor of Rivers State.
For the first time in 7 years, the people of Eneka clan, made up of about 11 communities in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State, are celebrating their annual cultural day. This year's celebration, which has Governor Oshimili Fubara as a special guest of honor, attracts a large turnout featuring colorful traditional masquerade displays and a performance by Rivers-born music star Duncan Mighty. Beyond the fanfare, the occasion provides an opportunity for the Eneka people to present key demands for the construction of over 100 internal roads and the upgrade of their chieftaincy stool from second-class to first-class status. The clan also used the event to formally endorse Governor Fubara for a second term in office in 2027.
Today, sir, the leadership of Eneka clan have unanimously resolved to join our son, our own leader, our foremost mentor, a man who can deliver, our brother, most distinguished senator, John Azuta Mbata, the President General for Ohaneze Ndibo Worldwide, to boldly, publicly governor of River State, Sir Similarly Fubara, GSSRS, as our choice governorship candidate for 2027 general election. Your Excellency, sir, and the people are happy with their government and administrative style.
The political leadership of the Eneka clan is led by a former senator and current President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo Worldwide, Chief John Azotambata, who reaffirms the friendship and support of the clan for Governor Fubara.
When Eneka man say, I follow you, we follow you forever. Because we know that we will find the way once we follow you. You're a man of astute administrative capability. There is only one governor in Rivers State. Whether you like it or you don't like it or if you like, shout from now to tomorrow. Only how many governors?
Governor Siminalayi Fubara expresses appreciation for the show of love and solidarity from the Eneka people while announcing the immediate upgrade of the Eneka chieftaincy stool and the construction of a significant number of their internal roads.
Standing as one is when the government can say that coming here to support you will not cause them pain. Standing as one will also make government to listen to you whenever you call upon us. So I join you today, the wonderful people of Eneka, in celebrating this Eneka Day that you've not done for over 7 years. And very, very fortunate that when you're doing it after 7 years, you dragged me out. I'm here with you.
The highlight of the event is the conferment of a chieftaincy title on Governor Siminalayi Fubara by the Eneka Traditional Institution.
The Center for Citizens with Disabilities, CCD, has called on federal lawmakers and key stakeholders in the oil and gas sector to amend the Petroleum Industry Act to expressly include persons with disabilities in benefit structures under the law. The call was made in Port Harcourt, the River State's capital, during a one-day regional co-creation workshop focused on developing a unified demand charter for the inclusion of persons with disabilities in host communities development trusts established under the PIA. Our correspondent Deborah Agbalama reports.
It's a regional co-creation workshop organized by the Center of Citizens with Disability, bringing together stakeholders from oil-producing communities across the South and parts of the eastern states. In attendance are persons with disabilities, civil society groups, government representatives, and community stakeholders all gathered to deliberate on how the Petroleum Industry Act can be made more inclusive. The co-creation project, supported by development partners, is aimed at ensuring that persons with disabilities are no longer excluded from development projects under the PIA. A gap, they say, has made most host community projects inaccessible to them. They call for an immediate amendment of the Act to address exclusion of persons with disabilities in oil-producing communities.
The majority of the communities or communities that we organized prior to this one, in fact, they were even direct confession that you didn't know that persons with disability should be included. How can you say you didn't know that a child in your community should be included in something that is meant for everybody in the community? Why? Because oil and gas will not be here forever. And what about the benefits that the oil and gas is already producing? Would it be nice if after oil company or oil and gas is exhausted in our land, for us to just stop development?
The representative of the Akwa Ibom state government believes that there should be specific provisions for persons living with albinism, citing harsh weather conditions and the need for skincare products to prevent skin cancer.
The increased rate in the climate factor, the increase of ozone layer, the depletion of the ozone layer, the increase of the greenhouse gases, the chlorofluorocarbon that are being emitted, and all of this we inhale. It comes back to us as acid rain, gas flaring, the depletion that has, eroded the ozone layer from protecting and shielding persons with albinism from the ultra effect of the sun. This has really caused a lot of toll to the albinism community within the Niger Delta region.
Women, youth,
there are also concerns about discrimination and derogatory attitudes faced by persons with disabilities in their communities, attributed to long-standing exclusion from policy formulation and implementation.
My call is for total inclusion because PIA came to give the community where the companies that are drilling oil, we have that sense of belonging. And when that PIA is being drafted, the issues of persons with disabilities are not in focus. So, and as a result of that, because most times people usually combine persons with disabilities with vulnerable group without knowing that if they are not intentional by making sure that specific provisions are made for persons with disabilities, they will be totally discriminated.
Attendees make a call on all tiers of government to be intentional about the inclusion of persons with disabilities in political appointments and governance, insisting that inclusive development under the Petroleum Industry Act must reflect the interests of all citizens. Deborah Mie-Feberesima, Channels Television News.
Apologies, that was our correspondent, Deborah Mie-Feberesima. We move over to Akwa Ibom State, where the state government has restated its commitment to the provision of quality and affordable healthcare services in all parts of the state. This assurance was given during the commissioning of a state-of-the-art primary health center in Ndue Edwa Eket local government area. Given an overview of the project, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Ekem John, highlights the features of the facility to include labor ward, blood sugar check and high blood check laboratories, immunization room, nutrition center, storehouse, emergency room, and laundry.
What do our women in the rural area want? They want a place where they can have their deliveries safely. Here we have a health center with a labor ward that is equipped with the latest brand of resuscitator machines. What that means is that even where a child is delivered and requires some bit of resuscitation, this facility is able to deliver that. What do our people in the rural area need? Places where they can go have their blood sugar checked, have their blood pressure checked. And here in this facility, we have a very functional lab equipped with an hematology analyzer, much more than is required by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency.
You're watching Newsroom series live on Channels Television. Still ahead, the Edo State government pays workers a 13th month salary. That and more when we come back. Welcome back. In a remarkable display of fiscal discipline and people-focused governance, Edo State says it has paid a 13 months salary to its civil servants without borrowing any money. The state's finance commissioner, Emmanuel Okobo, who spoke to journalists following the payment of the 13th month salary on Tuesday, said the bold move underscores Governor Monday Okwebolo's commitment to responsible financial management and boosting workers' morale amidst economic challenges. The workers, who said they were surprised to receive the alert for the 13th month salary, expressed gratitude to the governor for the thoughtful action.
It reflects the government's position as a people-oriented government, and that's the truth. So 13 months is not statutory. It's something that the government decides to do for its people. And this year it has come again. Last year we did the same thing, and this year it was also done, and it came in timely. And no, the government is very prudent. We have mentioned this one in the past, that this government is very prudent. And provision was made specifically for this purpose over time. It's also also worthy of note that we will not borrow money from any bank to fund this 13th month. And as a state, we have not borrowed.
I want to thank Mr. Governor for this wonderful 13th month salary that has given to us. In fact, this morning when I woke up, I just saw the alert and I was so happy. I want to thank you very much, sir. It will go a long way to boost our energy to work more in 2026.
Well, talking about the 13-month salary, of course, we are all very, very excited. For me, I didn't even know, I wasn't even expecting it. But somebody just drew my attention this morning, say, have you gotten your alert? I said, which alert? He said, 13 months. I checked my phone. Honestly, I saw it. I screamed. I was really excited because we know December being a festive season, it comes with a lot of expenses and all of that. So with this coming, in fact, I was just so overwhelmed. I'm very happy, and I really want to appreciate our governor because he's somebody who talks less, but he's full of action. So I appreciate him so much. He didn't even tell us. I was telling somebody, forget 13 months. I didn't know it was part of his agenda. So it came as a big surprise to every one of us, and we are very, very excited, and we are happy.
The Niger Delta Development Commission has presented a budget estimate of 1.75 trillion naira for the 2025 fiscal year to a joint sitting of the National Assembly Committees on NDDC. Presenting the budget proposals to the Senate and House of Reps members, Managing Director of the NDDC, Mr. Samuel Ogboku, says the proposal builds on the gains of the 2024 budget of renewed hope and reflects the Commission's deliberate shift from transactional to transformational development. The 2025 estimate represents a 9% reduction from the 1.985 trillion proposed and appropriated for the 2024 fiscal year. He thanks President Bola Tinubu for the confidence reposed in the current NDDC management, as well as the Supervising Minister of Regional Development, Mr. Abubakar Momo, for his strategic guidance. He also commended the leadership and members of the 10th National Assembly for their constructive oversight and partnership. As part of its yearly Yutai tradition of giving back to the grassroots, the Oshimili South Local Government Council has once again put smiles on the faces of residents as 1,000 small business owners received financial support and food items to ease the festive season. The initiative, targeted at beneficiaries drawn from across the 11 wards of the council area, reflects the local government's continued focus on welfare and economic empowerment.
The Oshimili South Council Secretariat in Asaba is filled with excitement and celebration as beneficiaries, community leaders and top government officials, including Governor Sheriff Oboyewore, represented by his deputy Monday Nieme, gather for the 2025 edition of the End-of-Year Empowerment Program, an initiative championed by the Oshimili South Council Chairman, Ezenyeli Kelvin Obi, popularly known as Eko. The atmosphere is festive with expressions of gratitude echoing across the arena as the chairman makes his opening remarks, encouraging beneficiaries to make good use of their grants.
Only and most especially to small-scale business owners, entrepreneurs, which are qualified for the grant, with sufficient proof of owning existing businesses or evidence of certificate of completion of skills acquired. The forms and accompanying document of these beneficiaries submitted were further vetted by a committee set by the Executive Council for verification purposes. I therefore urge all beneficiaries to embrace this golden opportunity with dedication and make the most of the resources provided to uplift their businesses in a time like this, when products and businesses thrive as a result of the Yuletide period. A word, they say, is enough for the wise.
Giving an official signal for the Medicare account to be credited immediately, the Deputy Governor, Monday Onyeme commends the council chairman for sustaining a people-focused empowerment program aligned with the state's more agenda.
I congratulate Dr. Ezekwili and his team for this initiative. I was whispered to just before I rose to make this speech that as soon as I gave the signal, Dr. Ezekwili will instruct Zenith Bank to credit all beneficiaries immediately. And so, our executive chairman, Dr. Ezekwili, I hereby give the instruction.
The empowerment scheme, which has become an annual Yuletide feature of the council, saw small businesses and petty traders receive grants totaling 100 million naira, which will help them restock, acquire tools, and remain economically active during and after the festive season. Bags of rice were also distributed across the 11 wards.
If they continue like this, it is very nice, because being that they don't deceive us, what they promise, they really put it, accomplish it. So we are very happy.
This intervention reinforces the council's welfarist approach to governance.
We have been able to train youth in digital skills. We provided Apple laptop for a lot of them, and I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago that they graduated, from that training. That also will cushion the effect of unemployment within the youth, as a lot of them are now highly enhanced in terms of technical skills, to support themselves, the family, and as well as the local government. Because if you notice today, apart from the renowned press crew that we know, you see a lot of young people carrying either phones or laptop or iPad to cover the event. That's from the training that our youth have gotten. And next year, we're going to round again a second cycle, so that before the end of 2026, they must have also graduated and, be able to support their family and the local government.
As the year draws to a close, the annual Oshimili South Yuletide Empowerment Program has once again reinforced the council's commitment to grassroots development, offering not just festive relief, but renewed hope for small business owners as they prepare for the new year.
Business owners across Cross River State are expressing gratitude to the state's government over the massive turnout recorded during the festival, describing it as a major boost to their businesses. Traders and service providers say the 32 days of non-stop festivities translates into increased patronage and higher earnings, commending Governor Basio too for sustaining the carnival as a platform for economic growth.
While the drums fade from the daytime parades of Carnival Calabar, the celebration does not end. As night falls, Calabar comes alive with music, food, and commercial activities, extending Africa's biggest street party well beyond daylight hours.
Carnival expanded wide and far wide, far beyond the shores of Calabar, Cross River State.
From Marion Road to the Christmas Village, the city's nightlife has become an economic extension of the carnival. Restaurants, lounges, roadside food vendors, and entertainment spots record heavy patronage as tourists and residents step out to relax after the day's events. For many operatives, nighttime business now accounts for a significant share of their earnings during the carnival season, making it one of the most profitable periods of the year.
I thank God for that. Business is moving fine, and we are making a lot of sales here.
So Calabar, the business, we are enjoying the business for Calabar, because every year we follow come this carnival, because we are enjoying the place, that's why.
Residents also commended Governor too for bringing back the spirit.
I hear it's a season of sweetness, but sweetness overdose. That's what I would say to him. Like, I feel like he brought back the dead carnival, and it's been fun. I can see people happy, excitement in every part of the streets of Calabar. So I would say, well done, sir.
The Cross River State government says Carnival Calabar is more than entertainment, describing it as a tourism product deliberately designed to stimulate economic activity around the clock.
It's actually going to help for, small-scale businesses. I tell you where I'm sitting, I actually paid some money for the seat, and of course the drinks are almost, the fun thing about Carnival, some triple on top, the kebab, everything is up. So I think it's going to boost the economy so well. You're aware that for last year Carnival, there wasn't even this app. They said made so much from it, so I can imagine what we're expecting from this Carnival. It's really a bomb for us.
As Carnival Calabar attracts visitors from across Nigeria and beyond, Calabar, after dark, continues to reflect the festival's far-reaching impact, powering livelihoods, supporting small businesses, and strengthening the city's nighttime economy.
And that's where we drop the anchor on this edition of Newsroom Series. I'm Dominic Iriwu. For our DSTV subscribers, we join a live coverage of the FCT Minister visiting Eleme community. Stay with us.